for Joe Bolster. Come on, Joe Bolster. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. How you doing, folks? Well, good. Thanks for coming out to the show tonight. It's good to have you here. I should be honest, before I get too far along in my show, that comedy is a little slow for me right now. I live here in New York, and I had to get a day job to kind of supplement my comedy income. It's an interesting job. I work on the local radio stations here in Manhattan. What I do is I get in my car during rush hour and ride around there and report on helicopter traffic. It's going real good. See, I don't have a good car. I have a '66 Wrangler. This is not a good car. In fact, they took it for repair. You ever do this? You take your car in for repair, and the dealer gives you a car to drive while your car is being repaired. This is called a loaner. I've taken a '66 Wrangler. The guy gives me an '84 Camaro. What's my incentive to bring it back? Certainly not the threat that he'll keep my car. The guy calls me up, your car's ready. I'm not. Oh, well, the '94 Camaros are good because that's the next time you'll be seeing me. I like driving Pennsylvania. See, in Pennsylvania, the turnpike, they have signs that tell you how much a speeding ticket's going to be depending on how fast you're caught going. See any signs that's supposed to slow you down? They don't work at all. I'm driving my going tough. I can afford that. And it got worse. I'm going 80. Some guy goes by doing 100. I don't want to think I'm poor. I speed up. Pretty soon the whole highway is doing 160 because of peer pressure. People driving with one hand, throwing $20 bills out the window with the other. Keep the change, copper. And I have fun driving to go into gas stations. For some reason, all gas station attendants call me Chief. Fill her up, Chief? To the brim, Tonto. And since I'm the chief when he's done, I leave without paying. I think we'll just let the tribe pick up the tab on this one. Sometimes you drive and you pass funeral processions. I was in a funeral procession about 2 months ago. I never knew this. Did you know funeral processions are allowed to go through red lights? Why? What's the hurry? Seems to me this policy just creates more business. First one's a red, hit some poor guy going through the green, bang, put him in the bag. Stack him if they have to. And I have these weird gadgets for driving out now. There's a new thing out called a sleeper beeper. Have you heard of this? It's a thing like a hearing aid you put on your ear while you're driving. So if in case you start to fall asleep, when your head passes a certain angle, an alarm goes off and you wake up. Of course, the noise scares you so much, you drive right off a cliff. But at least you're awake. You're dead, but you got to see how it happened. I like to ride around here in New York and listen to these radio call-in shows they have in there where people can call in and talk about you. Then it seems there was one guy calling in who has no idea what's being said. And he always has some totally inappropriate comment to make. The guy goes, "We're talking about the Mideast crisis, the Arabs and the Jews, the most explosive issues of our time. We want to know how you feel. The number's 525-1200. Hello, you're on the air. Yeah, how much should a hamster weigh?" "Sorry, I don't think that pertains." "Yeah, but mine's up to 78 pounds. I think it might be a Wolverine." And some of those shows, they have a guest on who's so boring, your radio dial changes by itself. And the host is begging people to call in. Once again, that number in Europe is Dusseldorf 949. You can see weird signs when you're driving. I came across 42nd Street here tonight in New York. I went by an adult bookstore. Get this sign. They had rows and rows of porno books. Next to that was a sign that said, "Under new management." Like the average pervert is going to be affected by this marketing technique. "Bob, want to try that porn shop?" "No, I hear the management is terrible. They got no librarian, they're not using the Dewey Decimal System. I'm not going back till they make some personnel changes." And you can see dumb signs everywhere you go. I was in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania recently. We had the battle in the Civil War. The battlefield's now a national monument. I ride by the parking lot. There's a sign in the parking lot that says, "Tours available from licensed guides." Are they having a problem with unlicensed guides? Are guides sneaking onto the battlefield? Giving out bogus information? "Gang, over here, this is where Hitler was shot. See this pot? That's Pearl Harbor. Moving out. Check out the Alamo now. Stay with the door, please." Some signs are redundant, repetitive. I went to a Denny's once. They had the most redundant sign I've ever seen. 2 parts. The top part said Denny's open 24 hours. Underneath that was a sign that said always open. Is there somebody that needs both signs? Is there a confused guy out front going, let's see, Denny's open 24 hours? It's 2:30, they open now? Oh, obviously they're always open in that period. Guess they have different hours in the weekends, that's going to be. See, what I can't figure out is their thought process, their logic. What were they so afraid of that they had just put up a sign that said simply, open 24 hours? Were they afraid that some incredibly precise guy was going to come in during the vernal equinox? And go, you know, guys, today's 3 seconds longer than 24 hours. You going to be open? Why do I ask? Frankly, your sign's a little vague. And 24-hour places are interesting. The other day I went by a 24-hour motel. Is there a motel that isn't open 24 hours? That could take the edge off your vacation. In bed tonight, 3 a.m., some guy comes with a flashlight. Folks, let's go, close it up. Come on, move it out, show's over. Can't we say in the morning, I'm sorry, check our sign, we're a 19-hour motel. Where can we go now? Denny's? But I'll try. I was just in Cleveland. I did something in Cleveland I'd never done before. I went bowling by myself. You ever do that? I couldn't believe I'm all alone. I actually wrote my name on the score sheet. Was I afraid I couldn't remember whose turn it was? Like I might roll the ball, sit down for 5 minutes and go, come on, who's up? I'm tired of waiting. I got a 300 game going because I'm also keeping score. I ran into a guy in Cleveland I haven't seen in 10 years, and you always say the same thing in that situation. Small world. I can't believe I'm seeing you here. What a small world. What a dumb thing to say. You must pass 800 people a day you've never met, and you ever say to one of them, you know it's a big world? I've never met you in my life. I can't believe how big the world is. You are a total stranger to me. The world's humongous. 6 billion people we've never met. What are the odds? Well, summer's over. I was reading today about Emily Post, the etiquette woman. Did you know in upstate New York, she runs a summer etiquette camp for boys 8 to 14? What a dream summer this must be. Is there really a demand for this service? Have you ever heard a 9-year-old go, Mom, I'm so gauche. Please, pack me off to etiquette camp. I want to go on a black tie canoe trip. And these poor kids, you know they get harassed when they go back to school in the fall. Timmy, what'd you do this summer? I went to etiquette camp. Oh, you want us to beat you up now or after homeroom? You tell us what's proper. But kids get into funny situations. Did you read about this kid? They just found this kid in India being raised by wolves. I guess in India they don't have real strict adoption procedures. I'd like to adopt a child, sir. You'll have to take a seat next to that squirrel. Then you got a mongoose coming in for triplets, so you just wait your turn. The Omen. That's a movie where they think the kid's the devil. There's a scene in The Omen where a teacher says to Gregory Peck, your son is the Antichrist. That's a pretty typical parent-teacher conference, don't you think? Are you sure? You got 40 years in Board of Ed. I think I know an Antichrist when I see one. He's walking around with pointed ears and a pitchfork and have to be Kreskin to make that identification. Speaking of kids, I just went to visit my mom. My mom's a character. You remember the show Mr. Ed? Yeah. I remember as a kid watching that show with my mom, just to give you an idea how sharp she could be on occasion. In all seriousness, she asks me, how did they get that horse to talk? I said, Mom, could you be a little more out of it and still be a human being? She goes, no, I am serious. How do they? I said, well, you see, Mom, off camera there's another horse who's a ventriloquist. She says, oh, I see, so Mr. Ed's a dummy. I said, yeah, I think the concept's starting to gel for you now. Not a great dresser either. You ever have your mother come downstairs wearing an outfit that was just, ooh, frightening to look at? I kind of think what Liberace would have said, that's just too loud for me, actually. My mom used to put on bright green corduroy pants with red frogs on them and then want to have a serious conversation with you. You know, the key to success is hard work and discipline. Is that right, Mom? What kind of those pants do back at Disney World? I'm pretty sure Goofy has to give a lecture tonight. He may need the pants as a visual aid. But she loved kids. In fact, I'm the oldest. of 14 kids. 14 children. My mother loved kids. In fact, after she had 14 kids, then she decided she wanted to adopt. Just what I need. I'm battling 13 brothers and sisters for a seat at breakfast. Now I got to chase a couple Korean kids around the house. Give me back that Pop-Tart, Hobson. I was here first. And get this, I'm a U.S. citizen. You don't even have a green card. You keep stealing my breakfast, I'm calling immigration. Because food is a problem for big women. Let's say you're one of 3 kids and your dad buys you a dozen donuts. Each kid conceivably can have 4. At our house with 14 kids and a dozen donuts, we actually had to have a donut raffle. My dad said, kids, I'm thinking of 12 numbers between 1 and 14. It was like playing the daily donut double. Did you win? No, I haven't had a donut in 6 years. I'm hoping at Christmas to hit the jelly trifecta. Kids walking around trying to handicap it. I think I'll put one of the 6 in the glaze to show them. Then maybe I'll box the cream quinella. Yeah, that'll want to come in. My mom's got a hat brim on, working a $2 window. Come on, kids, get those bits in. We didn't travel much. My dad never took us anywhere unless the kids were heavily sedated. Used to give us all Dramamine, 14 kids in the car going. Hey, the kids, Grandma. Great, stack them in the corner. We'll get them out later to play dominoes with them. But she's a good Catholic. I'm kind of an ex-Catholic myself. I don't go to church anymore. You like that? See, the church keeps trying to get people like us back. The church says it's changed, it's more progressive, more liberal. I think the church would have to change a lot for me to go back. So like maybe in the middle of Mass, the entire congregation does the wave. Be great. Pew 1, whoa! You 2, yo! The nuns are breakdancing in the aisle. Could be sold out. Well, I was reading the paper today, reading the Post. Great paper. New York Times prints all the news is fit to print. Post handles arrest. They have great stories. You see, this about a year ago in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, during a family argument, a man was killed when his 300-pound wife sat on his chest and suffocated him. Now, to me, the most challenging thing for the police in a case like this is to notify the next of kin with a straight face. Man, your son's dead. Heart attack? Sort of. And what a great murder trial. Your Honor, we're backing the weapon in now. Ma'am, please don't crush the bailiff. It really backs up the docket. They found the Titanic. Now they want to raise the Titanic. What a waste of money. Do you really think anybody's still alive down there? That boat's been down there 73 years. It would have to be a young kid in a big air pocket near the kitchen. You folks are hit by the joke in Kentucky last weekend. They went, is he serious? Oh, I think those people are dead. Of course, that's just a guess on my part. Do you like the National Enquirer? See, a lot of people make fun of that paper. I don't think it's justified. I think that paper has some tremendous investigative reporters. I saw a story last week, hired gun from Neptune may have helped Oswald. What a scoop! I checked the New York Times. They didn't have that story. Only the Enquirer took the time to send somebody to Neptune and check it out. See, this lady Di and Prince Charles just got back from a vacation. Nice to see those 2 workaholics get a break, huh? Guess you only go to so many crumpet festivals before. They have a lot of health articles in the Enquirer. They had an article last week that says a lot of our health problems are a result of our lifestyle. Problems like high blood pressure, heart conditions, stress, strokes. Because apparently as a nation we have poor eating habits, we don't take our time, we don't relax, we rush through things, something like that. I didn't have time to finish it. I had some fried salt in the oven I had to get to. Then I had to drive to Japan by 5 o'clock, so I was busy. Well, I was shopping today. I went to Bloomingdale's today. And I went to a section store I'd never been to before. The cosmetics department. That's a whole different world down there. But you know, sometimes you walk in, they got these aggressive people trying to spray you with perfume samples. What a pain! Would you like to try a new fragrance from Calvin Klein? No thanks. Shh, wrong answer. Man, I was on my way to play rugby with some Hell's Angels. Now they'll probably chide me in a good-natured way. Anybody knows the places like the Clinique camp? They got their employees wearing these white laboratory coats. Like suddenly makeup is serious medical business. You want a new blush? Ooh, we may need a urine sample. Eyeshadow's not happening. Cough into this petri dish. They're so intense I expect to see a woman coming on a stretcher. What's the matter, doc? Mascara overdose. Oh my God. Hose are down immediately. And I'll tell you, if you do enough shopping, especially in New York, you can get some real insights into human behavior. Have you ever been like a bank or a fast food place and there's only one line open? And everybody's standing and you can kind of fidgety and impatient, and just then, another line opens up. This brings out the best in people. If I was in a hurry, I'd knock over Mother Teresa. Boom! Pardon me, Terry. Huh? No, I think I pretty clearly had a step on you there, Beck. Oh, I know you're for sainthood, but I'm double parked. Let's go. Well, any baseball fans here? Yeah. You like the Mets and Yankees? Yeah. Mets. The Mets. The Mets are playing well this year. 3 games out. Which is nice, because a lot of years when the magic number was pi. I went to a Met game once, there were 192 people at the game. I had my own vendor. Guys, bugging me the whole game. Can they get you something? Quiche? Anything? I'm here to serve you. It was an incredible game. Everyone at the game got a foul ball. People were strolling after foul balls. I'll get this one, man. You handle the next one, because I am tired of picking these things up. What, I look like a maintenance man? I came to watch the game. And this year, I don't know if you know this, but this year the Phillies in Philadelphia are celebrating their 100th year in the National League. And one of the games this summer to celebrate, anyone who is 100 years old gets into the game free. How can they afford to do that? I mean, you're going to have 100-year-olds coming down by the busload. And I'll tell you something, they better beef up security and check IDs, because no doubt some 99-year-olds will be trying to sneak in. You can't have that. The ballpark only seats 50,000. And think of the special items available at that game only. Vendors in the upper deck on oxygen, oxygen. Hey, who needs oxygen? Well, it's good you folks are getting that. We did the show the other night with no audience, and it was insane. The cheers laughed, don't get me wrong, but no, the focus that you bring. So comedy's not easy. You folks have it easy compared to me. You think about it. You're going to work, you're making money, coming out to see shows. Take a minute. Take a minute. I had to get up at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Hey, right away, I had a big decision. Should I eat lunch and then watch Gilligan's Island? Sometimes F-Troops on. Then what do you do? Gilligan's Island, what a great show, don't you think? Oh, so many different plots. Today I saw the one where they almost got off the island. Just a special episode in my mind. A lot of drugs in comedy? But I'll be honest with you, I'm naive about drugs. See, I don't understand the drug jargon. The lingo associated with the drug culture completely baffles me. 2 months ago, right here, this woman wanted me to try cocaine for the first time. Saw me do a show, she likes me, very attractive, calls me out the bar. She goes, boy, you were really funny. Would you like to go outside for a little blow? I said, yeah! Absolutely! Then she got out a mirror and a razor and I went, hey! Apparently some sort of Far Eastern look. Well, anyway, I hope you folks had a good time. You're a very nice crowd. Thanks very much for listening to me. And I hope you